It was one of those clear summer mornings at the lake when everything feels calm, the water glassy, the air carrying just a hint of pine. I'd cleaned the cabin top to bottom the night before because today was important. The state attorney general himself was coming over to hear my concerns about the HOA's overreach, especially their latest stunt with shoreline restrictions that made no sense. I was halfway through explaining the situation to him at the kitchen table, coffee brewing in the background, when I heard it, not a polite knock, but a rapid-fire pounding on the door. Before I could even stand up, the door burst open, and in swept Corinne from the HOA. Not high, not excuse me, just straight into my living room like she owned the place. She had that same oversized clipboard, a neon pen clutched in her hand, and sunglasses perched on her head like she was some kind of celebrity patrolling her fan base. "You can't have guests here without prior HOA approval," she declared, scanning the room like she was searching for contraband. I calmly reminded her it was my private property. She ignored me and locked eyes on my guest. "And you are," she demanded, as if she were conducting an interrogation. Without missing a beat, the Attorney General leaned back in his chair and said his name, slow and deliberate. The shift in her face was something to behold, the confidence evaporated in real time. She blinked, glanced at me, then at him again, and muttered, "Oh, I didn't realize." He stayed perfectly composed, even a little amused. "I'm here on official state business," he said. "Would you like to state your concerns on the record?" His tone was polite but edged with that unmistakable authority that makes people think twice. Corinne's bravado completely collapsed. She stuttered something about just doing a routine check and making sure everyone followed the rules, then turned toward the door, mumbling about busy schedule as she left. The door closed with a satisfying thud, and for a moment the room was silent except for the bubbling of the coffee pot. The Attorney General turned to me, a faint smirk on his face. "Well," he said, "I think we may have just identified the root of your problem." I let out a laugh I'd been holding in since she barged in. We spent the next hour going over documents, but every so often I'd catch him glancing at the door, clearly still amused by the ambush we'd just endured. I couldn't help but think, of all the days for Corinne to pull one of her surprise inspections, she picked the day she met someone she couldn't intimidate. And somehow, that made my whole case feel a little stronger.